Today we're going to be looking at 3 top songs and 1 soundtrack to see how these compare in terms of loudness. And today we're going to be using the LUFS measurement. It means loudness unit relative to full scale. It's my favorite loudness measurement that I use for mixing and mastering. A -5 is going to be louder than a -7, for example. Let's start with Bad Bunny. Daquiti, and again, this is going to be a trap. And let's see how that looks like. So it looks like Bad Bunny has around -6.9 LUFS. In my personal opinion, anything over -6, it's already too loud. I think for being a trap song, this is actually not too loud. It has dynamics. It's still loud enough for me, but it still has some decent dynamics. There are other trap songs that are louder than this. So I think this is good news because it means one of the top songs, this one has 1.1 billion plays in Spotify. So it's certainly a popular song. It doesn't have to be too loud to be a hit song. So that's great. Next, let's take a look at Bruno Mars. Leave the Door Open from Bruno Mars. So Bruno Mars is speaking at -10, -10.2. That's awesome dynamics. It's certainly louder than what Spotify normalizes tracks. Usually Spotify normalizes to -14. In this case, I'm not playing any normalization. I have the tracks how they were mastered. And this one is -10. Again, a song that has about 600 million plays in Spotify. Again, a top song. And dynamics are more important than loudness. -10. Dynamics are amazing on this track. So great job for the engineers on this song. Let's take a look at a rock song from Bring Me the Horizon and their top song, Parasite Eve. Let's play that and see how that looks like. This is This one is quite loud. -6.1, I think it was reaching -6 pretty much. It's quite loud. I still feel like the song has dynamics because of the type of the genre of this song. It has a bunch of electric guitars, but they were able to come up with dynamics from the punch and the kick. The electric guitars just very powerful. It's quite loud, but again, it's not extremely loud like I have seen some other tracks. I've seen other tracks go over -6 to like -5, -5.5. So this is already in the limit, in my opinion, for what I'll feel comfortable mastering. It doesn't sound like the track doesn't move. The track moves very well. Now let's take a look at Hans Zimmer. And I like the Interstellar track, and we're going to take a look at that. And Mountains, it's a soundtrack. So we are hoping to expect great dynamics as well. So let's hear this. And I'm just going to play the loudest part. Again, very similar to Bruno Mars. So -10.3, it's a great loudness. It's loud, but it's still very dynamic. Not overly compressed, not overly limited. So it's a very cool experience listening to the soundtrack if you have the chance to listen. Great job to the engineers. It tells us as a conclusion that mastering engineers, some of the top songs and soundtracks, are more interested in dynamics, and they're looking for loudness, but there's still plenty of dynamics left in some of these songs. I think the one that The most compressed was the rock song. Rock tracks tend to sound great when they're compressed. Great job to all these engineers that spent all the time crafting this sound, not overly loud, overly compressed. So I think that's a great thing. If you have any questions, please leave me a comment. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.